everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-generate Google Sheets quiz questions. So let's suppose I am an online educator and I want to create questions for my quiz. Doing this manually is a very time-consuming task, so I am completely going to automate this process. And to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI. I am going to use my AI agent as OpenAI and then Google Sheets. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I am going to add a new topic in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, the questions will be automatically generated with the help of OpenAI and the row will be automatically updated in my Google Sheets spreadsheet. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-generate Google Sheets quiz questions. For this, I have created an automation workflow where I have built connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and then Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. And now we are going to check this automation workflow once whether it is working fine or not. For that, I will be opening my Google Sheets spreadsheet which I have created by the name Quest Questions, and I am going to add a topic and you will see the questions will be automatically generated as soon as I am going to add the topic. So let me quickly add a topic. So here I have added the topic and you will see in no time the questions will be generated. I am going to refresh this page once. And here we can see the questions have been generated. What event is often considered the official start of World War II? We have the options. We have the question, which of the following countries are part of Axis powers during World War II? Then we have the third question, fourth question, fifth question, and then finally we have all the answers. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-generate Google Sheets quiz questions. For this, we are going to create automation between Google Sheets and OpenAI with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I have created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, you simply need to click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as how to build an AI agent to auto-generate Google Sheets quiz questions, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I've clicked on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to build an AI agent to auto-generate Google Sheets quiz questions, which means whenever I'm going to add questions in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, the questions will be automatically generated with the help of my AI agent. Here in this workflow, I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and then I'm automatically going to add that to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Sheets, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI with the help of which I'm going to generate these questions, and then again Google Sheets, I'm going to add that generated questions in this Google Sheets spreadsheet. So here let's quickly take Google Sheets as my trigger application, and then in my trigger event I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, we are going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets. So this is the Google Sheets spreadsheet which I have created by the name Quiz Questions, and I have added a column for topic and the questions. You can also add topic, difficulty level, subject and then questions. Let me quickly add some more columns. So here I have added 2 more columns. Topic, subject, level and questions. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add all the details in this field so that I can create the connection, and when I create the connection, the data is sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. So let me quickly add all the fields. So here I have added my topic as Pythagoras theorem, the subject is maths, the level is difficult, and I'm not going to add the questions because we are going to update the row as soon as we are going to receive this generated questions. I'm going to leave this field blank. Now I want to send this data to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that it can process it and generate the questions. How we are going to do this? I'm going to go towards my Google Sheets spreadsheet, go towards this extensions, go to add-ons and then click on get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me where I need to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this Pabbly Connect Webhooks in your Google Sheets. Now that you install this, it will start appearing over here and then you have to click on this initial setup. Now this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to go back to my workflow, copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here. Next, I need to enter the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here my final data entry column is column C. This level column is my last data entry column. Trigger column simply means the final data entry column or the last column of your spreadsheet where you are going to add the details. So here I'm not going to add the details in this D column. My final data entry column remains column C. So I'm going to enter my trigger column as the last column on which I have added the data, which is column C. Now I'm going to click on the send test and you will see this data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and here test data sent successfully. Now to make this setup, I have to click on this submit also and setup configured successfully, which means we have successfully added the webhook URL which we were provided in Pabbly Connect workflow here in this Google Sheets spreadsheet. And now I have to follow a very important step. I have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks and then click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. If we do not click on send on event, whatever data we add in future, it won't be sent to Pabbly Connect and the data will not be processed and the questions will not be generated. I hope this is clear to you. Now moving on to the next step, let's open my workflow and here we can see that we have received the response. The trigger column was column C. Topic was Pythagoras theorem, subject was maths, spreadsheet name was quiz questions and the level is difficult. Now here, as soon as I've added the data in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I have received that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to add a new data in this spreadsheet, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I am going to add a new data in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I want to generate the question with the help of AI agent. So here in this workflow, I am going to take my AI agent and my action application as OpenAI. And then in my action event, I am going to select this as ChatGPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter the token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink given over here. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to provide the name. So let's say the name is test. The project remains default project and the permissions will be all. And then you simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to you, which you need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I have an existing connection, so I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I have selected this, and now I'm going to click on the save. So here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter the AI model and the prompt. In this dropdown, I can find all the AI models which I have. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o Mini, and next I need to enter the prompt. So I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I have captured all the details from my Google Sheets, and I'm going to give those details in this prompt, and I'm going to ask my AI agent to generate the questions on that. So here I'm going to write my prompt as. So here I have written the prompt, generate 5 multiple choice quiz questions for high school students on the topic. I'm going to enter the topic, then the subject, then the level. The question should require basic understanding and thinking, include 1 correct answer and 3 distractors. Format is this: question, then A, B, C, D options. Write the answers to all the questions at the end of all the questions. So I want the paper in this format, so I have written that in the last line. And now I'm going to enter all these details, but we are not going to enter this manually. Instead, we are going to use a method called mapping, which means we are going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I have received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Sheets, and when I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here, first I need to enter the topic, and I have entered the topic. Next, I need to enter the subject. So the subject is this, and then I need to enter the level. So the level is difficult. Over here, I have mapped all these details. Here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static, and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered these details, I'm simply going to click on the Save and Send Test Request, and let's wait for the response. So here we have received the response. I'm going to open this. So quiz questions on Pythagoras theorem. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, and then we have all the answers for all the 5 questions. Now I'm going to add this to my Google Sheets. So for that, I'm going to click on this Add Action Step button, and then I'm going to search for my action application, again Google Sheets. And then in my action event, I'm going to take Update Row and then click on Connect. If you have an existing connection, go with Save. If you don't have one, click on this Add New Connection, then click on the Sign In with Google. After that, you have to choose the account in which you have logged in your Google Sheets, and after choosing the account, you simply need to grant away the permission. Here, as I have already an existing connection now, I'm going to click on the Save. And here Google Sheets is connected with Pabbly Connect. And now I have to select the spreadsheet. So over here, the spreadsheet name is Quiz Questions. I'm going to select my spreadsheet as Quiz Questions. And then you will see the sheet will be automatically detected. Now I need to enter the row index. So over here, the row is 2. I'm not going to enter this manually, but I'm going to map this data because every time I add a new data, the row keeps changing. So here I'm going to enter my row index or map my row index as this. We need not enter the topic, subject, and the level. I need to enter this question. I have to update this row. So I'm going to enter the response which I have received from my OpenAI, which is this one, the questions and all the answers to those questions. And then I'm simply going to click on the Save and Send Test Request. You will see that we have received the response. Let's quickly open my spreadsheet. And here we can see that we have received this data. Quiz question on Pythagoras theorem. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have received all the answers. Now to summarize, we took Google Sheets as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We submitted the data and received that response here in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted OpenAI to generate the questions for us based on the subject, topic, and difficulty level. We gave the prompt in that way and received the response in that same manner. And then I wanted to map the response which I received with the help of my AI agent in my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So I selected my action event as update row and then updated that particular row. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets and OpenAI with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.